Are you with me? Okay, we go back to our presentation. Okay, are you ready? Alright. So, in my part, I will talk about fostering collaboration between families and school. Okay. Okay, why parents need to involve in education? Why it's so important? And how will you, as a newbie teacher, as a teacher to be, will encourage parents to support their children's education? Okay, let's watch this video first. Alright, okay, we are done. Watch that video. So, we move to the 6th type of family collaboration school. Okay. Okay, there are 6 types of family school collaboration. First is parenting. Parenting is help all families establish home environments to support children as a student. Second is communicating. Design effective form of school to home and home to school communication about school and student progress. Third is volunteering. Recruit and organize parent help and support. So, Fourth is a learning at home. It provides information and ideas to family about how to help students at home with homework and other curriculum. Fifth, decision making. Include parents in school decision, developing parents, leader and representative. The lastly is collaborating with community. Identify and integrate resources and services from the community to strengthen school programs, family practices, and student learning and development. Okay. So, we have done what are the 6 types of family school collaboration. Okay. Firstly, parenting. Second, communicating. Third, volunteering. Fourth, learning at home. 5, decision making. 6 is collaborating with community. Okay, let we move to the another part. Okay, how the school and the teachers helping the families to fulfill their basic obligation? Okay, firstly we go for the school, okay? Yes, school can assist by workshop on parenting skill. Okay, what workshop on parenting skill? Okay, this workshop will help the parent engage more with their children and they more to know what their role as a okay. Secondly is program on teenage problem. Okay, what examples of problems on teenage? Okay, firstly is bullying, cyberbullying, depression, teen pregnancy. Okay, this program will help the parents how to solve the problem and how they want to find out that their children have that problem. Okay. So, the third is referring families to community and state agency when it's necessary. If the problem is about community or need to go to government, involving in government, law or rules. Okay, the fourthly, establish parents and support group. Okay. Parent support group enables families to get together to share concern and discuss topics such as community with adolescents, discipline, resisting peer pressure, homeschool cooperation. It's similar with parent involvement corps, which PIC. This program is intended to welcome parents to school, to help them comfortable day, to teach parental skill, and to inform parents of their rights. Okay, in first part, I see what school can assist by. So, the teacher also can assist by how to parent involve in their children. Firstly, let the families know about available material that what the student need to bring to the school. Secondly, is motivate and encourage them to attend the program, so the teacher can motivate the parents to attend programs that held by the school, such as parent support group. Okay. Thirdly, help families to arrange carpool. Families can turn to carpooling to shelter their kids from school and activities. It will saving their money and benefit the environment at the same time. Okay. Lastly, the teacher can assist by bring transportation problem to the attention of appropriate school personnel. It can help the student whom Okay. Lastly is teacher can assist by bring transportation problems to the attention of appropriate school personnel. It can help the student who facing transportation problem, and by inform to the school personnel, they will seek what factors that influence transport problem of the student. Okay. But culture clashes can happen between home and school, a conflict arising from the interaction of people with different cultural values. Okay, why this can happen? As example, in textbook, page 158, okay, it said that I see so many students who are caught between two cultures. At home, they are expected to follow a set of traditional values, but at school, they really want to be American teenagers. So, they will have a clashes between at home and also at school. Alright, so we move on. How we communicating with the families? Okay. There is 5 ways how to communicating with the family. First is electronic communication. Second is report card. Third is phone call. Fourth is open house. Fifth is parent-teacher conferences. Okay, we go first with electronic communication. Okay, what is electronic communication? Electronic communication is how they exchange the information through the technology. The example of electronic communication is email, WhatsApp, Facebook, Telegram, Google Meet. All that thing is used technology. Okay, what is the advantages of electronic communication? Firstly, is to facilitate communication with parents. Second, to utilize text messaging tools that allow them to easily send multiple messages from their computer without revealing their phone number. Okay, such as Telegram or WhatsApp. Okay, we move to the second. So, we proceed. Okay, a class assignment or a class website can list assignment and due date, the subject for the week, date of quizzes and tests, news about current and upcoming events, requests for supplies or assistance. Okay, what can you think about the class website? Okay, such as a Google Class or Teams. Okay, the school can adopt the information management system which allows staff members to track attendance and tardiness, record grades, and standardize test results and generate reports. Okay, this system will provide parents with best access to their children records. So the guardian or the parents can visit a password protected or read online site to view their children's grades in an online grade book. Okay, we proceed. Okay, electronic communication also have disadvantages. Firstly, many parents do not have or use email as frequently. Maybe some parents, they do not have email or they do not know how to use the email. Secondly, parents did not have internet access. As example, a parents that stay in a village maybe have a internet problem. So parents live in the town have a good internet access. Okay, thirdly is email encourage sloppiness and accuracy. So the teacher will make sure to edit your email for misspelling or grammatical errors. Okay, lastly is lead to misinterpretation. Why? This misinterpretation can happen when the parents understand the email in the wrong ways. It's more better face-to-face interaction than using email. Secondly, ways to communicate with families. Phone call. Okay, in using phone call, they also have a problem. Firstly, some business have strict policy about employees receiving phone call and message during work hours. Okay, the teacher called the parents in a work hours. So, this is because the employer doesn't want their employee having a phone call or message during work hours. So, the teacher need to call during their recess or their free time. Okay, secondly, some parents work at night and a call in the morning will interrupt much needed sleep. Okay, this is because some parents work at night, so they need to work at night. So the teacher need to send a message or a letter home to their home to asking them where they are ready to have a phone call. Okay, thirdly, parents might not have phone. Okay, maybe some parents that don't have money to buy a phone, so they does not have a phone. Okay. Okay, how we as a teacher to make a productive telephone contact with parents. First, if office receive call from the parents and you are in a class, have the staff ask when will be a good time to call back. Second, if a parent is calling with complaint, try very hard not to be defensive. If you have to be defensive, you will need somebody else to monitor your tone of voice. Thirdly, if parent is out of control, suggest to talk again at a later time. Maybe the parent is angry, so ask them to talk again at a later time. Fourthly, if a parent asks you to call every week with a report on their child progress, suggest that they call you instead. This is because a teacher they have many students, so they need to call the parents. So it's hard for the teacher. So let the parents call the teacher. Okay. Okay, the third is report card. Common problem with report card. Report card is a traditional way to communicate with families about a child progress, and it also is not informative because teacher cannot elaborate on grade with personal narrative and it is timeless. Why the report card is a timeless? Because the report card, it may have been done 2 months ago or 2 months ago or 3 months ago, before the teacher-parents conference. So the problem in the report card is not same on the day the teacher-parent reference. So that's why the report card is a timeless. So the teacher need to send out progress of So the teacher need to send out the progress midway through the each marking period. Okay, that's all from me. Hope you have a nice day today. Okay, bye. See you. I forgot something. If you have any question in my presentation, you can ask to me. Okay. Bye.
Okay, Assalamualaikum and very good morning to Madam Lina Mushida and my fellow friends. My name is Siti Amira. Okay, today I would like to continue our subtopic, which is fostering collaboration between family and student. Okay, my first point is back to school night. Back to school night, or we also known as open house. Okay, for many parents, back to school night is first opportunity to meet their children and see the classroom, and also the first opportunity to show parents all the great thing what have been doing and tell them about the plan for the future of their children. Okay, regarding Fred, he feel good about what happened in his room and he want the parents to feel good what happening too. So basically, he will outline objective, course syllabus and describe expectation for kids and parents. Okay, next we move to comment suggest, which is back to school night usually involve a brief presentation of group of parents who move from room to room following their children's schedule. Okay, for example, in Christina's school, teacher remain their assigned room for 90 minutes while parent visit teacher in any order they wish to have brief or individual conference, because the time limit which each parent is so limited. Okay, for the final comment is back to school night, it's important not to take a low attendance personally, because they might feel just as nervous about talking really fast and finish early, so that leave plenty of time for others to speak, to ask question. Okay, we continue to practical tip for back to school night. First point is to increase attendance of the parents. Teacher must sending email invitation to the parents of the student indicating that teacher are looking forward to meeting them. If teacher maintain a class website, include a prominent announcement about the night. The second point is teacher must make sure classroom look attractive and neat. For example, teacher need to make sure display the book and material that are used in courses and student project from this year or previous year. Okay, the third point is teacher must greet people at the door. Teacher also must introduce themselves and find who they are. Teacher must find who the student parents that attending the meeting. Do not assume that both parents have the same last name. Fourth point is Teacher must make sure presentation is well organized. For example, create PowerPoint presentation that incorporates photo of student involved in class activity, because parents wants to hear about teacher goal, plan and philosophy, as well as curriculum and policy about homework and absence of their children. And make sure teacher must ask permission from student parents to put their name and photo in the classroom activity. Okay, next, teacher must provide a handout with a statement of goal, class schedule, homework policy for parents to take to home, or can also email to the parents that not be able to attend the school night. Okay, proceed to the next point, which is teacher must listen carefully to parents' question, and teacher can provide an opportunity for parents to talk about their goal and expectation for their children in the future. Okay, we move to next point, which is provide a sign up sheet for parents who are able to participate in classroom activity. For example, parent as a guest speaker. Okay, last but not least, relax and have fun meeting student parents. Parents and teacher must relax and have fun during the meeting, because they can discuss calmly about the hope, dream, plan and also the future of the children, and there will be a enjoyable discussion, so don't get stressful and be happy during the meeting. Okay, next we proceed to the parents teacher conference. Okay, parents-teacher conference. School generally schedule one or two formal parents-teacher conference during the school year. Interestingly, these meetings are often a source of frustrating to both teacher and parents. Teachers sometimes unhappy with this formal conference and agree with parents that the brief time allocated often preclude meaningful exchange. Before conference, it's important to prepare carefully. For example, teacher must put together a pack that include a sample of student work, grade and record of attendance of the student. So the teacher are trying to put parents at ease by extended pricing student in front of their parents, because conference can be tense if meeting with family members of the student for the first time. Okay, the problem and the weakness, which is can be a bruise. Problem and weakness, for example, as a character's flaw, like she lazy, but as a problem that need to be solved. Such as she having difficulty getting her assignment in on time. So what can we do about this regarding Doni? Teacher must always make sure that allow time for parents to ask questions and to express their concern and parents' suggestion. A conference should be two-way conversation, not a monologue. We proceed to importance of encouraging families whose first language is not English. Okay, the first one is to help understand children educational and cultural background. For example, teacher might ask about past educational experience, whether their son or daughter is experiencing any cultural conflict, and also can ask what their educational goals for their children, whether English is used at home or whether there are any special needs that needed to concern to. The second point is be sensitive to cultural differences in communication style, because culture shape the nature of verbal interaction, providing norm for who can initiate conversation, whether it's alright to interrupt. Regarding swap, for example, if these norms are not shared, parents could be uncomfortable or unsatisfied enough. For the third point is to recognize the different culture hold different view about appropriate classroom behavior. For example, European American teacher might encourage students to participate actively in classroom discussion, to voice their opinion and to ask questions. In contrast, some Latino and Asian American parents might expect their children to keep quiet and do not interrupt in classroom when teachers are teaching in front of class. So, the last point is not closing the door to further communication. If a conference is not going well, teacher might suggest any meeting, for example with Department of Supervisor or Guidance Chancellor to mediate the discussion. Some schools have started use three-way conference, including teacher, parents, guardian, and student. Three-way conference has distinct advantage over traditional parents-teacher conference. For example, compare traditional parents-teacher conference with conference that include student as participant. Usually, family chosen to participate in the project had children with mild learning or learning behavior problem. Then we had found two findings with respect to traditional conference. The first one is both teacher and parents agree that conference are important opportunity for an exchange of information. The second one is both group approach conference with trepidation. In contrast, both parent and teacher felt the family school conference model is increased trust and communication and provide effective opportunity to learn about one another and the children. Okay, next, family involvement in school. Okay, at the high level school, most family involvement in school consists of attendance at school performance, athletic events, other program or take place behind the scene. For example, parents engage in fundraising activities, interview prospective teacher and administrator, prepare breakfast on Teacher Appreciation Day, participate on committees developing discipline and attendance policy and social event, which can provide considerable support and enrich the curriculum. Okay, then the way to involve parent in the school. The first one is teacher must make sure clear about whether they will need to repeat the presentation in multiple class. For example, an engineer, which is one of the student parents, was surprised to learn that she will need to repeat her presentation in all three physical classes. The second one is helping teacher get resource for classroom. For example, one of the student parents work in laboratory and can arrange to donate equipment to sign classroom, or one of parents student who work in a bookstore can arrange to have slightly damaged book donate to literature classroom. Okay, I proceed to the parents of student with special needs. Okay, according to IDEA, okay, before that, what is IDEA? Okay, let me tell you. IDEA is Individual with Disability Education Act. According to IDEA, parents of children with disability have a legal mandate to participate in planning their children's individualized education program, IEP. So, the way to help educate about a student with special need, the first one is invite the student family to create a portfolio of information about their children, because this portfolio would contain information about the student out of school behavior, interest, hope, dream, and how family members support her or him at the home. The second one is keep in close contact with parents throughout the year, because sometimes parents wants a weekly report and teacher is happy to complete it. Okay, my last point is family involvement in learning activity at home. According Epstein, four type of involvement refer to where family can assist their children learning at home. At secondary level, this type of involvement often create considerable anxiety for parents, but they can still help their children by monitoring their children's schoolwork, providing support and encouragement, and also setting the limit. Okay, next, the review research conclude parent involvement in homework can help reinforce teacher belief. This is because the various type of parent involvement, setting rules about when and where homework should be done can have more beneficial effect on student achievement in the classroom. Okay, for the second one is homework helpers educational level unrelated to effective homework assistance. A survey found family members were especially helpful in arranging the environment, for example, finding a quiet area, creating space for child to work, turning off television, and assisting children in controlling their emotion, for example, calming a frustrated children, providing encouragement when child is upset or mad. Last but not least, to recognize the view of the parental role, which can conflict with some families' belief about the importance of independence and self-efficiency. For example, a mother is concerned for her child well-being but sees independence as critical if her daughter is to survive and succeed. A conclusion. This chapter describes the different way that teacher can reach out to the family. For example, very considerable in terms of how common they are and how much time and energy they are demand to. Besides, family involvement can be key to student success, and the extending specific invitation to participate has been shown to have powerful impact on family involvement at home and at the school. Okay, this is our reference, and I think that's all for me and our team members. I hope you will enjoy and understand the content that delivered and stated in this seminar presentation. Okay, once again, thank you.